Christmas is nearly here, and look at this cute little snow globe cake. It's sparkly, it's glittery, it's girly, it's Christmassy, and it's Disney Princess. And if you want to know how to make it and you want me to help you, just keep watching. So to make this cake, you're going to need some blue fondant, white fondant, some edible cake glaze spray, your cake, which I baked in the bottom part of a cupcake tin, but a 5-inch cake tin will do, your board, figures, plastic bowl, which I've listed in my description below where to get one of these. Don't worry about these sprinkly things, I didn't use these. A thin cake board, some star cutters, white edible glitter, gold edible glitter, and a crown cutter. So first of all, we're going to ice our cake. Normally I would crumb coat first and put it in the fridge and then do my final coating, but seeing as this was just a small cake, it was a bit of fun for me and Holly. It was just one rainy Saturday, so I just put my full coat of frosting on it and popped it into the fridge. Professional. I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but it always works out, so don't panic if it doesn't look perfect. It always comes together in the end. And now we're going to sprinkle some flour onto your surface. Roll out your fondant about 5mm thick. This is how we're going to make the really snowy effect cake board. So you lift your fondant really loosely onto your board, bunch it around, just make sure it's secure around the edges. And this just gives it a lovely Christmassy snowy look rather than a plain cake board. Trim off your excess fondant with a knife around the bottom of your cake so that none of the cake board's visible. Spray your cake with this edible cake glaze spray. This is going to act as an adhesive for your glitter to stick onto. Also a nightmare to clean off my surface, but can't worry about that right now. And speaking of glitter, I'm using the Jewel Twinkle glitter. So how I do this, I pop some of the glitter into the lids and then sprinkle it evenly onto the cake board. And just repeat this until you get the right amount of glitter that you want. The glitterier, the better. Now pop that to the side and take your cake out of the fridge. So we're going to cover it with the fondant icing. I went for the blue. I was undecided whether to do purple or blue, but in the end I went for blue. So just cover your cake with your fondant icing. Use your paddle to smooth out the edges. And trim off the excess with a knife. You might need to give the cake a wee push here just to make sure that the snow comes up around the edges, around the bottom. And now we're going to cover the small board using the same method, just a bit of cake glaze and glitter. Position your figures onto your board how you're going to want them to look, and once you're happy with how you've got them, just a little bit of edible glue will stick them on. These were my daughter's magic clip dolls and they were perfect, just the perfect size for this cake. A little bit of buttercream and you're going to stick your board on top. And here I'm rolling out some blue fondant into a sausage kind of shape. This is going to be a trim and it's going to be something for the bowl to stick onto. So edible glue around the outside of your board, stick that on, then more edible glue around that trim. And now pop your bowl on top. Oh, it's really starting to come together. Some snow, just create a bit of snow for the top. This is where I'm going to make the crown. Just roll out some white fondant, use your crown cutter, and this time I'm going to go for the gold glitter. Just leave it to the side while you finish your bits and pieces. And here I'm creating some little Disney heads using some miniature circle cutters. You can't really see it here, but I'm sticking on some small white fondant circles to look like snow. Some stars. Now you're going to stick a piece of fondant on top of your globe. This is going to be something for your crown to stick onto. And there you have it, a Disney Princess Sparkly Edible Snow Globe Cake. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Hi guys, today we're seriously, the easiest cake ever. It's nearly Christmas.